beasts as far as the eye can see. A plague on the surface, a disgusting swarm in the skies. With a crash of thunder, a new demon appears. Unfurling its rotten wings, it lets out a petrifying scream.
approaching from the sky. Radio contact has been attempted but cannot be established. Instructions are to prepare for an attack by an unknown enemy.
Hello! Hello everyone! Welcome on the other Bitmap World Cup Championship. The grand final, the third place is now.
Hello.
Oh, hello. We have already orchestra with us. So, Myxo, hello.
Hello.
Hello, and with us, of course, we have our cute Seto Kousuke.
Know you. Hello.
Hello. And special guest, we have Okoratu.
Hi.
Hello. Welcome. So, we're on the last round, and we will start, obviously, with a third place match. Ooh. Yeah, I know. It's amazing. So, let's do a quick recap. We have our beautiful bracket. And you can see we had Argentina versus United Kingdom, who were facing really strong team before. Like Argentina who won against Brazil, and France especially. United Kingdom who fight Russian, and Australia and United States. And on the other side, Brazil, who fight the Argentina on the previous round, was lost, and they faced Vietnam and Sweden before, and for Russian they fought against United Kingdom and South Korea and Poland.
And it's really interesting when you look at the ways that the teams improved in the middle of the tournament. Like, for example, Brazil, as we mentioned before, it started kind of shaky, won matches mostly on a specific theme rather than the execution. Like, the ideas were good, so that usually helped them a lot. And Russia, which they're facing now, was a very, very good team that always pulled like very good maps. One of those, I don't even remember the name of the song, but was the one with the green background that a lot of people still think it's one of the best maps that appeared here in this tournament, and it was like actually a really cool map. So they're a very, very strong team. And I'm not really sure how this is gonna go, but for Brazil to win, they're gonna have to make a very good map on the execution and not just the ideas. And I would say that in case of Russia, they would probably need not only a good execution, but also really good ideas. So it's more like a clash of opposites in what they're good at. So that's probably going to be a very interesting match in my opinion.
You're right indeed. And then I guess it's time to jump on the first match. We were deciding who will be the third place and fourth place, who will not be on the podium. So Brazil versus Russian Federation with their captain Neto and Sensible. They were both really strong team who sadly faced for them a really, really strong opponent who are right now in the grand final. We will see after. But they mostly smashed every team they faced in, except on the really starting round. But especially for United Kingdom, they really. I don't want to be brother, but they really step on every team they faced.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, I guess we're going for the first entry we were watching, right? We'll go for the Team Brazil, of course. And really, I would say they had some good moment and bad moment during the mapping. Like they they kind of try their best to do some interesting things, and they always be able to pull the best. And then facing Argentina, they're just facing someone who had more creativity. And I really hope they step up for this match to catch the third place. But we will see. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Not really, but let's go.
I don't know. I'm ready. I don't know if you're waiting on me or.
So, we're going with the war entry. Flugel by Cranky. And I guess we're good to go?
Yep.
Yeah, right from the beginning, nice slider art in this one.
I like the Wi-Fi pattern. I'm not gonna lie, that pattern is just funny.
Yeah, the Wi-Fi pattern, nice.
And it repeats.
Now the phone picks up.
Yeah.
Yeah, the triples are fun to play in that card actually. Like they feel fair, which I appreciate in maps. Because it's not like you miss on it and you're just like, damn, that map is garbage. You're just more like, oh, I missed on it because I'm bad.
Yeah, so they went with let's say, pretty well-known concept of just like relatively small circle size and stream-heavy mapping, which fits nice for the song. And I'm glad they didn't go overboard with like jumps.
I like that slider jump part. Really.
Yeah, it's a really different
that feels so good to play. Like, it's just fun.
Yeah. Like this build up a lot.
Yeah. And they even increased the spacing of those last triples a tiny bit.
Yeah, and now there's the calm part in the song, which is actually really long. But I think they did a good job on
The
making
funniest
it.
part about this song is like that you're like 2.5 minutes into a 5-minute song and then suddenly there's vocals.
Yeah. But yeah, they try to keep it engaging by using lots of extended sliders. Like trying to make it not too calm because the section goes on for so long.
Yeah, I have conflicted opinions on the extended sliders, like when playing, but for the most part they fit. So yeah.
Yeah, the thing with the extended sliders is that like if the section is too calm, it may or may not feel too harsh on gameplay because you're forced like to jump really quickly to the other nodes. In this case, I would say like they do mostly well. There weren't that many extended sliders that bothered, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, also
Then they repeat the same thing that you
Yeah.
already saw.
yeah, true. Like the map, I think the main focus of the map in the streams, the variety is really good. Like variety in stream shape, spacing, like it doesn't get boring, but in the other parts of the map there are some patterns that feel a little bit like there could have been more variety. Like some of the
Well, I
sliders.
actually enjoy that if I can actually predict what a party is going to be like. If the parts itself that they use are interesting on their own.
Yeah. And here in the Kiai, the map changes a lot to like something a bit more.
Yeah, it just goes mode. I don't know what it did there. I was caught off guard because some of the movements in this part are odd.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot more aim and reading intensive than the rest of the map. But I think the section is strong and different enough to support the change.
It actually creates a good contrast because that's the Kiai of like a 5-minute plus song, making that stand out to the point where you can remember how the Kiai was, like after all of the being thrown already. That's something really, really nice to do.
Yeah, just the reading part was like kind of unfair because nothing else was reading heavy in the map so far.
Yeah, it came a bit like out of nowhere.
Yeah, it came out of left field for me.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Overall, really nice entry. And Brazil did a good job on keeping it very polished. I would say it felt more polished than some of Brazil's previous entries.
Yeah, but the Kiai was funky. I've got to say that. But
yeah.
Yeah, like in a way,
the entry was pretty cool.
Yeah, like in a way, this is one of the things that impressed me personally in this entry, because Brazil, usually on the other entries, they had a little bit of trouble on making the map polished, a little bit more like on the execution side, you see. And this one, it seems like they finally understood what they were doing wrong in the other ones, and they could go for an idea and execute the idea very well. So this is, I would say, like for Brazil, I think this is their best map so far on the competition.
Very well. So now that we saw Brazil entry, I guess we can go for the other team.
The aptly named difficulty.
The Russian Federation was difficulty name was Death. Of course. And
Yeah, it killed me multiple times. Aptly named.
And I guess we should be ready to go soon. Are you ready?
Let's go.
Let's go then. Oh,
Oops.
wrong one. Whoops.
Bazinga, prank. It's a prank, bro.
Yeah.
Wait, what? How?
Okay, wait,
Oh.
can you tell again when it starts?
Yeah, it's starting.
Okay.
It was a prank.
Wait, is the stream now out of sync with what you're showing to the people in voice chat? Or is that just me?
No, I will think it.
Oh. Yeah, those sliders are, I don't know.
I think
I don't know what to call those sliders.
they look very nice. I think but some of them are a bit edgy, like readability wise. I think like the path for
Oh, I couldn't read half of those, dude. I don't know what those sliders were.
yeah.
Yeah, also the first stream that just mapped everything actively was what?
Yeah, like that build up there was felt really a bit too intensely mapped, especially with the triangle jumps on the 1/3 as well. Like felt a bit like an uncalled difficulty spike.
Oh, no, I don't know what any of that is, like, while playing.
Like, I like this part a lot, because I felt like the movement is very dynamic, and
That's one way to describe it, yeah.
it's an extremely different approach from what Brazil took, like a more slider heavy, more aim focused approach. But yeah, I think it works well on representing the energy of the song.
Yeah, there's a lot more of like variety on the rhythms. Like they try to do different things. Some rhythms like they follow the song, others they create rhythms that try to complement the song to do something like a bit more different, a bit more specific. So there's like, I would say that there's this map has more variety in its rhythms and its ideas.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But most of those ideas don't really work for me, at least. But
Yeah, I would say that like some rhythms, they felt, as Myxo said, there's too many sliders. So some of those sometimes don't really connect well with what the song's doing. So it's more like a 50-50. Sometimes it hits the spot, sometimes it misses the spot.
Yeah.
for me, the movement just doesn't work that well. Like,
and then here's the calm part, and I personally think that they did a different approach again of like under mapping way more than Brazil did, and I think here the section itself is a bit too long to keep the gameplay engaging. Like, I think Brazil did a bit of a better job with that.
Yeah.
I'm a paid actor? What?
Yeah, people in the chat are complimenting the hit sounds, and I agree with that. Actually, I think that the hit sounding as in the intense parts of the song are really great here, and also in Brazil entry, I forgot to mention earlier.
Oh yeah, that stream jump part that before the next intense section just killed me like 5 times, and then I played it with no fail because I don't enjoy dying like 3 minutes into a map after the long slow part.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how you feel about it, but yeah.
But yeah, I gotta say, in the intro of this entry, the hit sounding felt a bit lacking. Sometimes, especially on the really dense rhythm like the streams, but as soon as it hits the intense section of the song, the hit sounding is really, really, really good. Yeah, and this entry, like, to me, there are some difficulty spikes that aren't called for, like the 1/3 stream jump at the beginning, but also some other patterns, like some stuff involving 1/6 streams that we've already seen.
Yeah,
like,
the active 1/6 streams are...
Yeah, like the entry is very visually coherent, but I feel like sometimes the gameplay is not that coherent, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't think those are readable, and I do agree they're not.
Yeah, I think they are like not, the slider path is not clear. Definitely wouldn't be fine for ranking, I'd say. But also like in general. And I like that pattern at the end with the like 2B, but it would have also been better if it, like, because it wasn't introduced throughout the whole map. It also felt a bit like a difficulty spike for me with how the pattern was organized. Like, I think it could have been nerfed a little bit, considering it's a thing that just comes up at the very end.
Oh, and
Okay.
what time is it now, right?
Oh, you know what time it is.
Yeah.
I don't know what time is it.
It's prediction time.
Oh.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Myxo, maybe you want to start?
Yeah. No, don't move.
Okay,
Toko.
I'll
Let's
start.
go.
Okay, so I think that both entries did a good job. Personally, I felt like Russia's entry took more risks than Brazil's one. Like, because Russia definitely, like, I think when you hear the song, the first thing that comes to mind is like a stream map, and then focusing on the rhythm instead of the aim and making it small circle size. Like, Brazil's entry is a bit predictable, let's say, in that sense. And Russia...
Argentina versus UK is up on the
Oops,
screen.
I fucked up. It's fine.
Good job.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Russia took a bit more risks, but I would say on the execution there were a lot of things that I wasn't the biggest fan of in Russia's entry, like the hit sounding in the intro, but then also some of the difficulty spikes, the readability of the slider art, and the fact that I like the calm section a lot better in Brazil's entry as well. So in my opinion, I prefer Brazil's entry over Russia's one, but I'm gonna say that the creativity in Russia's entry will definitely convince some of the judges. So I would say it's a 5-2 for Brazil.
Okay. Seto.
Next one? Oh.
Yeah, Seto,
Yeah.
let's go.
So, I agree mostly with what Myxo just said. And, like, yes, Russia was like, they tried to do more complex things. And one thing I always say, and I even mentioned this a few times in other matches, in other rounds of this tournament, is that trying to do a very complex idea not always works well. And I think this is what happened in this match, in my opinion. Russia had good ideas, but it felt like the execution was a bit weird, a bit wonky. The sliders, as mentioned, they were a bit unreadable at times, were very confusing, and some spikes happened like kind of out of nowhere. And I felt like some rhythms, they were a bit too forced into the song. It was a cool attempt, but I don't think it quite worked really well. Brazil, on the other hand, was a bit more predictable that they would go towards this direction. But what actually impressed me on their entry is that they did something that a lot of judges were complaining in their previous maps, which is the execution. They did a really good execution in a very polished map. So I would say that Brazil's probably gonna take this one on the execution and also the idea part, like the theme of the map. About the score, I also think that the creativity from Russia might get a few votes, but instead of 5-2, I believe it's gonna be like 6-1 for Brazil.
6-1. Very well. And then Oko.
Hi. Yeah, so generally I'm more of a fan of the sort of map that Brazil submitted. Like, as a player, I do enjoy playing it more, and I do like the hit sounding on Brazil's entry more than the hit sounding on Russia's map. Generally, but I do think that the other map, like the death thing we just watched, looks funnier, so it's probably gonna get a few people on the creativity department. But overall, I think Brazil is gonna win that from a gameplay perspective. So there's 7 votes, so I'm gonna go with 4-3.
4-3 for Brazil.
Yep.
Okay. And so I will just need to fix one thing. Because as you can see on the pick them, the Russian team was more voted with 75% to 25%, and now that the chat voted after seeing the both entry, and suddenly it's Brazil for 62% to 38% for Russia. So
I still don't know where you're pulling those numbers from. Are they on any overlay or what?
On the stream, there is the results for Argentina versus UK.
Yeah.
Let
That's
me
what
fix
I'm.
that.
Okay, so it's not just me that's confused. Okay.
Okay, there we go. Okay.
I forgot that it's not updating in real time.
Ah. Neat.
That's a bit better. So, are we ready for the results?
Yes.
Yes. Who's gonna be sent to Brazil? Brazil or Russia?
You want to go in your own country?
Oh.
Oh no, double Brazil.
And it's Brazil 4-3.
Oh, hell yeah.
3.
So Oko was right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How?
Interesting. Yeah, the results were really close. And I guess we should have maybe Neto somewhere.
Time to summon Neto, the tech mapper.
Yeah, the tech mapper Neto read it.
Hello.
Hello Neto.
Hi guys. Hello everyone. This is
Congratulations for your third place.
Thanks, man. Thanks a lot.
How do you feel, Neto?
He sounds so enthusiastic about it.
I'm very like it's like a weight lifted on my shoulders. Like I'm literally almost crying. But okay, we can go ahead with the questions.
So I don't know if any of our casters want to ask you something.
I do.
Okay, so
Yeah, one thing that always was interesting to me, and I didn't know for obvious reasons, right? But Brazil has a few mappers in the team, kind of like UK, that like are kind of new on the mapping scene, right?
yes.
So how exactly do you guys make your maps? Like, do you give like equal parts for everyone? You give them less parts? Like, how do you guys do your job, basically?
So basically, there was two people who were supposed to be captains. It was either me or Trina. And when I became the captain, I decided I would go with the newer generation of Brazilian mappers. Like there is a lot of experienced mappers who sign up for the competition, but I didn't pick them. I try to make a very balanced map, team actually. Like we have Energy, who's just recently ranking maps. Faito, who only has like one ranked map. Airi, who doesn't even has ranked maps. That's a big meme, by the way. Like the only true experienced mappers in our team is probably me, Trina, and Koari. And like even Koari, he's like the guy started pretty much back when, Seto, we joined like the community as well. We were doing stuff already. So it's basically me and Trina. And the way we arrange stuff is that we always had like a glue to the map. We couldn't really do it well at first, but I never limit people to like saying you should map this way or that way. No, everyone was participating. Like in every entry, everyone participated. I think there's like one or two entries which only one person didn't really do anything. Like all the entries, we have all the members doing stuff. And the way we did it is like, okay, we have only one idea that should structure stuff. So that's
hold on, Atos. Sorry to interrupt you, but a lot of people are complaining on the chat about the volume of the song. So Nozhomi.
Yeah, I know. I did already.
Sorry. You can go on now.
No worries. The BGM. The Ozu FA BGM. But yeah, guys, like everyone participated. We always had one idea or one strategy. And this round, we just, like I said to everyone who could participate, we're putting everything we've done so far in one map. But, like, not everything, because that would be, like, a fucking mess. But the main ideas, like, the main things, like, the people appreciated in our entries. So there was a bit of hit sounding. There was a bit of creativity on that last KI. There was a bit of good execution, like our Rohi entry. There was also, we just focused on doing everything we did so far in only one map and do it very well. And I mean, the result is out there. I mean, it's a close victory again. I gotta say, Russia entry really impressed me. I really liked the approach on the like. I feel like the main sections, the mainstream sections they did it better. But I gotta say, I didn't really appreciate the violin pick because that part is the one I mapped, the one with the triples. Because like they did 2 reverses, I'm not sure who mapped that. Because I felt like that was such a huge part of the song, and I didn't quite enjoy that. But the slider design, the sample they used, the whistle sample they used is fucking amazing. Really good stuff. So man, all grats to Russia as well, man. They did a fucking great job. And yeah, thanks a lot for everyone.
G, man. Does someone want to say something else?
If we go with Neto, well, we will thank you and congrats again for your 3rd place. And I guess you can relax a bit now.
Okay, thanks a lot, guys. Thanks everyone.
Thanks, Neto. And we will ask Neil Perry to join us if he's around. Yes.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello there.
Welcome, Neil. Well, sadly, you did not get the 3rd place, but you still end 4th with your team, with the Russian team, and that's really good. You maybe missed a bit of I don't know what, but yeah, it seems you just missed a bit of something for your mapping. Maybe you were too aggressive in it, like with the slider shape and stuff. Maybe you want to talk a bit about it.
Yeah, we used a lot of extreme sliders during the World Contest, but we don't care. We congratulate Team Brazil for this 3rd place and grass them for the beige, I guess, for the 3rd place. Our participation in this contest was like a free art, and the team was pretty stacked, and we tried to get everyone's idea in our entries, and we appreciate every staff of every member who effort in our entries. So I guess it was pretty obvious that we get 4th place, but to be honest, we were scared of Team Poland, Team South Korea during the contest, and it's pretty high result for us. And I want to thank every member of my team for this great 3 months work.
Maybe one of Castro have a question for you. I don't know.
Yeah, I do. Like, I noticed that in every single entry that you guys did, big sliders were like a very normal theme around your map. So, for example, I even mentioned at the beginning of the stream, the map with the green background that I don't remember the song now, had like these very geometrical big sliders. And now on this entry, you guys have like this very, very even bigger sliders. So like, personally, I would say that this is something very common on like the Russian entries. So is it something like an idea of one specific person, or is it like something that you think that all mappers from Russia team, like they agree on, like, yeah, that's hella cool, that's Russia stuff, and you guys just go on that, or what?
The whole design was built like, okay, we should use Damnaya color hacks and what and yeah, we choose some backgrounds, shapes as was discussed too. I can't say something difficult about this.
It's okay.
It was common. Okay, it was common.
Yeah, I think it's really cool because like this is something that personally catches my attention on the entrance of Russia, like the big sliders. Like it's something like very common and really cool.
No more question?
Nope, not for me.
Then I guess we're good with you, Nate. Thanks again a lot for participating, and still, congrats for being on the top 4 and show us great entries. And you can go relax. Thanks a lot. So, we have still things to do.
Oh god.
We will thanks Okoratu for joining us, but since it will be the grand final, we will change our guest caster. So thanks Oko
I'm
for
getting
being with
kicked
us.
out. Oh no.
No.
No, not yet. Thank you for having me. I'm just joking. Yeah. Okay. See ya, guys.
See ya, Oko. Thanks a lot.
Bye.
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 And so we have to be joined by our new caster. Where is our new amazing caster for the grand final?
Hello, my name is Okoratu. Nice to meet you.
It's indeed Okoratu. No, it's Pishifat. Welcome, Pishi. Thanks for joining us for the grand final.
I'm just rejoining to say, yeah, sure.
I am confirmed. You heard it here.
God damn it. So we have a big match again in front of us. It's Argentina versus United Kingdom.
Can I ask some questions in advance
Sure.
before we start? So like, I'm not a judge, but Myxo and Seto, both of you are. What was like judging criteria for this contest?
Oh.
Okay, so in the first round, since we judged based on points, we had clear categories that we were scoring in the qualifiers. But then after that, since every match was just between 2 maps, I think that every judge could have their own criteria in a sense, but we were still basing it off of the same aspects than in the qualifier. So of course creativity, then also how well it's executed overall, like how well the entry works with the music, how well it translates to gameplay, and also since all of the entries are collabs, how coherent is it, how well do the different parts work together to form one unique map. And then for me personally, usually I didn't think that much specifically about these specific aspects when I was judging, because when you compare 2 maps, you notice like what are the strengths and weaknesses of both maps, and then I'm just evaluating which one I prefer based on those strengths and weaknesses.
So you're more like choosing your favorites rather than like giving exact numbers to everything. Is that it?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
good
think
to
there
know.
were like two judges that were still like kind of giving numbers. One of those was Electos, I think. Like I remember seeing from his notes that he would put like kind of points for him, and then he would like compare both. I don't think there was like another one, but I think it did, but I don't remember. But most judges were like going around that idea, like kind of like Myxo said.
Okay. And how many judges are there?
7.
We had 5 judges for the qualifier and the round of 16, and then we had 7 judges
Okay.
starting
Good.
quarterfinal.
Good to know. I'm just thinking about this because like you guys are both judges and you guys know exactly what's been going on for every entry so far, and I saw the last stream and that's about it.
Yeah.
So you guys probably have different opinions on everything than me so far, but we'll see.
Yeah, we're 7 people, so the result depend on a vote between 7 people essentially. Yeah.
That's all I wanted to know. You can continue with what's actually going on here. The real show. I'm just building hype, you know. They gotta wait.
Yeah.
They gotta
Oh, propaganda
It's fine,
techniques.
So, since we have Argentina, United Kingdom, and everyone want to see their both entry because oh god, they're really good. I guess you all agree with me.
Yeah.
I do agree.
Yeah.
I like them.
I like them, right, PG?
We're starting with the Argentina entry, who's called Famine. And let me set up everything, of course. No, I'm alone to do everything. But we will be good soon. Okay. Are we ready for the first entry?
I am ready.
Yeah.
Bring it.
Let's go.
Very good then. Let's go.
Yeah, right from the beginning, we can see a very visually organized map, and it's really great. Like, I feel like it's a common theme throughout this contest because we had a lot of songs on the electronic side at core for this kind of tag mapping, and I feel like this is like the essential Beat Mapping World Cup 2020 map in a sense, because it combines a lot of ideas that we've seen already throughout the contest, but it executes it like it brings it a whole step up in execution. Like, everything plays really nicely and looks really nicely. And yeah, I basically have no complaints about this entry.
Okay. I was going to say it at the start, but he started talking. There's like a lot of, I don't know, in the really calm section, he uses a lot of really complicated slider shapes that I feel like were better left for the more intense sections, but that's a really minor thing. That was the first thing I noticed.
Yeah. The complex shapes are coming. Don't worry. There's
Yeah,
even more
I know.
complex stuff. Yeah. I'll just stay quiet and let people enjoy it. Yeah, I'll wait to save comments for later.
I like the one star section a lot, because I felt like it's not that difficult and doesn't go that intense, but I like it because the song doesn't feel that intense compared to the rest of the song. So I like that they kept it a bit more simple there.
Yeah, for sure, I agree.
The only thing gameplay-wise that bothered me a little bit, it's like a minor thing, but those slider streams don't play super well with the reverses, I think. And also throughout the map, like, there are a lot of those slider streams used that represent like different sounds in the song, so they almost feel a bit overused.
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from.
But that's like really nitpicky criticism. Yeah.
These sliders are probably the most iconic ones. They're like hard-looking things.
Yeah. Loving the repeated slider patterns here. Because it's like, it's impressive aesthetically, but also like just doesn't feel forced gameplay-wise at all. Like the movement on those sliders is really nice. Yeah, and I can say throughout the contest also, like, Argentina had some really amazing entries. I think what this one does better than most of their previous entries for me is that the map really feels exciting throughout, like there's no filler or something like that. But it's really the whole map that that works nicely together, and it's not like just like one or a few sections that stand out. Yeah, I think that's really cool.
Yeah, that's a pretty important thing for a 5-minute song too, because you got to keep people's attention for a long time.
Yeah.
I feel like I'd like some sections that stand out like more than others though, just because, I don't know, playing a 5-minute song and having nothing that really sticks in my mind seems kind of lame.
Yeah, it's
not bad though, but like, everything's really cool, but there's like nothing really putting it over the top in any specific section. Maybe that's saying it's all too good. Who knows?
Like the build down here and the outro, like it's well executed. Some like song gets really repetitive there, but the map had enough variety to keep it interesting.
And that's it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So I guess there's a lot you want to say about this entry.
No, like here's the thing. There's a lot of things I could say about this entry and the other one, but I think that both maps are so amazingly well that I'd rather just stay quiet and let people like see for themselves both maps. Only for them I give my opinion. See, so I'm just like you're watching like it was the first time. Like, both maps are just really, really great. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. We haven't seen the second map, but this one was pretty solid.
Yeah.
And Argentina is like the real underdog in this competition, right? Because most people don't know any of these guys.
Yeah, they did unexpected results on especially against France, where they did 6-1.
Yeah, wow. Good job, Argentina.
So yeah, no one expected them because they're pretty much not really known mappers, and they just basically kicked some butts, and then to face United Kingdoms right now.
Seto, I remember you said something about hit sounding in this one before we started. What was that about?
Oh, yeah. So like I had like a very big clue about that being Argentina, because there's this typical, well, they play a lot of hit sounding. There's a lot of like specific sounds here and there to like complement the song, but there's one in specific, which is the Ronaldinho soccer. When I heard that, I was like, okay, that's Argentina. Pretty sure it's Argentina. And like it fits so well with the moment that it doesn't sound weird. Okay, yeah, that's definitely Argentina.
And I'm guessing that's like some meme only people around that area would know.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And I just gotta say, like, I know, like, this entry, we all remember Argentina's Space Angel entry, which just blew everyone's mind with that PI.
Yeah.
But like talking about, I mean, this map maybe didn't have a moment like that where like everyone's mind is just blown when seeing or playing it. But overall, like it was an extremely consistent map, and like I said, unlike previous Argentina entries, kept it interesting throughout and didn't just rely on this like one moment to like sell us judges and everyone who's watching. So yeah, I think it's probably my favorite of Argentina's entries in the contest, and they really went all out and did their best, and it really paid off in my opinion.
All right.
With that, we're ready to go for the second entry.
I am ready.
It's the United Kingdom, of course, with
Another banger of a map. Another banger.
with upper side as captain, and a lot of well-known name on the United Kingdom team. It's Pestilence, of course, the name of the diff. And I guess we want to go right now, right?
Let's go.
Then, okay. Let's go.
Boop.
So yeah, this section wasn't even mapped by the other team.
Yeah.
Sure. So.
What we can see here, like so far, I think the entry doesn't go like in your face with visuals. Like it doesn't have that fast long sliders from that the Argentina entry did, but I can see like the rhythm variety in this one feels stronger. Like there's way more rhythm and patterning variety here, and now that the song is going up in intensity, the map starts like going more crazy with the patterning as well.
Yeah, and it seems like it's got a really clear theme or something going on with this first drop area.
Yeah. It's kind of amazing how in this entry every section feels like really unique. Like every section introduces some new idea or like addition to the overall theme of the map.
Yeah, it really does. It does it really well, I think.
Yeah, and combine that with also the colors changing. Like it feels like a very deliberate decision to have the variety like that. And now that we're in the 1/3 section, it's really creative. It plays really well. I personally feel like it's a bit overdone for what the song intensity is providing here. But I think that the second half here is really great though, because those red anchor sliders fit so well for the kind of like distorted synth sounds in the song.
And everything's like beautiful here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and one thing interesting, I think it's nice for you to know as well, Fishy, is that like so far in the tournament, most of the UK entries, they were mostly on the safe side of the mapping. Like they would go like with 5-star maps, like sometimes on the higher spectrum of the 5 stars, but they were doing like the things that they knew they were like very, very good at. And this one, we can see that they're going like way above what they were used to do before, and the execution is still like really, really great.
Yeah, that really seems to hit the nail on the head. I saw some of their other entries, and yeah, I agree. They're really good at making something hard, though. I don't know why they avoided it so far.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, they made this entry so, like, on the edge difficulty-wise, and also, like, different in every section, like I said before, but still, it's not it's not like it hurts the quality at all. And actually the gameplay feels very coherent too. Like there aren't really any big difficulty spikes or things that feel out of place while playing the map.
I gotta give props to whoever made this part. This part is like probably my favorite section. I think it's really cool.
This section is yeah.
How those sliders interact is really amazing.
And just for reference, I feel like that's something that Argentina's entry was missing. A section like that really made me interested in it.
Yeah. Yeah, and now in this section, again, like a new thing being introduced with the way those curved sliders overlapped in like really interesting ways. And it goes a bit harder on the readability side, but yeah, I don't think it's out of place in this map.
It's good for a climax to make it more difficult, I'd say.
Yeah.
Section feels like really unhit sounded.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd say that at least half of the reason why it feels like that is because like on that section the song got featured, but they still kept going on like with a big intensity, you see? And that like kind of feels a little bit weird.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
The hit sounding didn't reflect the intensity, I get it.
Yes. Ooh, wow.
All right. Good entry. Also a good entry.
Yeah.
So we know what time is it.
Yeah, the dreaded time.
Yeah, there is the time, and it's time for your prediction. Who want to start?
I want to hear what they say because they're judges, and so I can base my score off of what they say.
You can let Seto start since I saw
Yeah, we can do that. And also like was a bit more quiet during the map, so yeah, makes sense. This match, to me at least, it was very, very, very hard for me to decide. I remember like changing votes like at least 4 times when I was like looking at those maps, because UK, the map that UK did, it felt like they pushed all out everything they had, and even things they didn't even know that they had. As I said earlier, like usually on the tournaments they were like on the safe side of mapping, doing like the bread and butter that they know that's gonna be really good, it's gonna win stuff, it's gonna get like people impressed. But this time they just went like, okay, if we just do the same thing, we can't beat Argentina. Those guys are like, they're gonna blow people's minds, and they did something so great with the complexity of this map that, just like Myxo said, like every single part feels very unique. The intensity doesn't feel like it's missing. You have like that big punch moment that even Pishi mentioned. So like this entry is really, really, really amazing. I think the only aspect of this map that bothered me is how sometimes it feels like it's a little bit too forced, a little bit too much complexity when the song didn't ask for that. Like, for example, at the ending, as I mentioned right now. So I felt like it lacked a little bit of control to balance just a few points here and there. Argentina, on the other hand, the map is it's not as complex as this one, but it also has like a really, really high amount of technique, both on the mapping itself and also the hit sounding. Not only the Ronaldinho soccer thing, but all of the sounds that they put on the map, like they complement the song in a way where it feels like it's from the song itself. And they mapped even for the hit sounds as well. So they did things that the song didn't do initially, but it felt very cohesive and really, really good. So honestly, I didn't know who to vote, so I went with the people that in the map that, in my opinion, had the less mistakes. Mistakes as in like maybe coherence with rhythm or maybe intensity on a section. And my vote is, in this case, is for Argentina, but with a 4-3. And if I could, I would just vote a draw, but I can't. So after swapping votes many times, I would say 4-3 Argentina. I felt like their map was a little bit more fun to play, not as confusing, not as unnecessarily harsh in some aspects. So 4-3 Argentina.
Okay. Myxo or Pishi, who want to go next?
I can go next.
Okay,
So
Myxo.
I agree with Seto in the sense that this match was extremely close. Like I think it's like both teams definitely did one of their best entries in the whole competition here, and yeah, like both maps were like really, really good, and it was super hard to decide for me as well. Personally, I was super impressed by UK's entry with the creativity throughout and how complex the map was. And for me, it still all fit well with the song, except maybe the first half of the 1/3 section. But in a 5-minute song, it was only a small part, and the rest stood out so much to me with how creative it was and how well it played, in my opinion. So yeah, I think that Argentina's entry did less mistakes, like Seto said, but also didn't nearly take as much risks as UK's entry did. And in this case, in my opinion, UK entry is a bit better because of that. But I definitely think the result is gonna be close. So my prediction is 4-3 for UK.
So the opposite of Seto right now.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Then Pishi, you're the last.
Very interesting. Okay. This tells me like nothing about what the other judges could have done. Okay. Well, I can sort of agree with what both of you just said, that both entries are really good. And I sort of lean on the side of Myxo that the UK's entry is a lot, I don't know, more, it's just more interesting to me. Because Argentina's entry it's good, but it's not like, I'm not going to remember it 3 months from now. Okay, I will remember it 3 months from now, but I won't think like, oh, that's the really cool entry from the Beat Mapping World Cup. That would go to the UK. So, yeah, I think just UK's ability to separate each section, like through sort of, I guess, like different cool ways of mapping, was something that I really wanted out of Argentina's entry, but they didn't have. So I'm going to go 5-2 to UK.
Ooh.
So I think UK's really got this. Sorry, Seto.
Interesting. So way less contrasted result that for Myxo and Seto plan a really close score. That's interesting.
Who's it gonna be?
Anything before we go into the final result?
Congratulations, UK.
Oh.
I don't know the results. They're saying that.
I guess we're ready. People want to know.
They don't want to know. Just let them sit there. It's fine. End the stream.
Okay, then let's go. It's a 4-3 for United Kingdom.
Nailed it.
UK is the grand champion of the Auto Bitmapping World Cup. Congratulations! Argentina did a really strong run, but they were so close. And I guess we have a per site who should join us, unless he went
He's having
over
a heart
George.
attack.
I'm going first.
Hello, upper side. Congratulations.
I'm just trying to figure out how to control my heart rate.
It's fine, breath, dude.
I'm breathing. Damn. That was one hell of a journey, honestly. Last 3 months with these guys, and we actually came out as the winners overall. And I don't know what to say. I never saw this one coming from even like 10 miles away.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe someone want to ask you some question.
Who did round 2?
Round
I
2
need
was
to know.
like a collab with DVS Panda and Altai.
Love you guys. That's all.
Well, I can't remember who. I think it was Altai. I can't remember, but maybe Panda and Nozhomi. According to Altai, it's Panda and Nozhomi.
Oh, okay.
I did round 3.
Round 3 was also very good. Everything was actually really good. I just like round 2 a lot.
I was liked round 2 a lot for obvious reasons. So anything else anyone wants to ask, and then I can just like kind of explain our journey maybe.
Yeah,
I
but
guess-
actually, before that, I have one question for you. Personal
What's up?
question, Mr. Hypersight. This year, you got the Elite Mapper title, you became an AT, and now you won the OBWC. So, like, what's in your mind? Like, is this the Hypersight year or what?
I don't know, man. So much stuff happened this year. I'm wondering whether I really deserve it. Right, like 2020, it's like kind of the complete opposite of how everything's going in 2020 for me. OC wise, 2020 is a really good year. Everything else wise, I'm not too sure.
All right. Yeah, but go on. Your moments to talk about your team,
But
how
yeah,
you went on the journey.
but yeah, like the whole last 3 months was honestly an amazing experience. Like not just me, but my entire team, like all learned from each other. Like not just from this tournament, but like we all learned stuff that we didn't know before. Like our mapping straight up improved just by mapping together for this long, and like all our entries, we had active participation from everyone in the team, pretty much like in some way, and most of the team members did map in it. So like yeah, so we even had like the 2 names that people hadn't have heard before, like Chugga and Pocket. They both mapped in I think every entry so far, and they both gave us really amazing stuff, and that kind of blew me away as well. Like honestly, it was one of the best like my team picks. So like honestly, I definitely don't regret it now. Like 3 months ago, I honestly wouldn't have seen like us even coming this far, and I wasn't even sure if we were gonna make it through the qualifiers in the first place. But then we got second place, which even surprised me even more. Like so much stuff happened. It's just amazing. I love my teammates, just straight up. All of you guys, amazing.
Oh,
Yeah, that's it.
hyper cute. Any questions?
If no one else has things to ask you, Prasad, I guess I will let you relax, but don't go too far.
Thank you. I am actually just gonna like try control my heart rate. I'm still kind of shaking right now. It happens every time, but like yeah, I'm really happy. Thank you guys for such an amazing contest, and yeah, thank you.
Thanks a lot for your team to participate, and congrats again for the first place. Stay around. We will have a last announcement after the Megafan interview.
All right.
And if Megafan want to join us,
Oh, I'm here. Hi.
hello, hi Megafan.
Well, it's not a bad second place after all.
No, clearly not.
I have to be honest. I'm so proud to be part of the tournament. Like, first of all, being able to join Maestro Splinter and Lindsay in the BWC, it's just an honor. Not just participating against the best of the best, but just mapping alongside Maestro and Lindsay's. I'm so happy. And well, I know so many people were talking about we were the underdogs, and that's true. But the actual underdogs are not the team itself, but the mappers. So you guys know Maestro because well he ranked the second Tengaku and a bunch of jump maps. But if you guys look to his graveyard maps, they are amazing. They are such beautiful stuff. And yeah, Maestro is not the only mapper. There are so many unknown mappers that deserve recognition in South America. Like you have Tatan, he's in chat right now. So I think you guys should check maps as well. There's so many people I could talk about right now, but I don't have time. So
I definitely agree with you, man. Definitely.
And this tournament was just a wonderful experience. Like the tournament actually was finished for us as soon as we defeated China and France. Like we were not expecting to reach so far in this tournament. Like passing the qualifiers was already an achievement, but defeating China in the tech map was one of the best things that happened in my two career, and for the whole team, I think it's the same.
You had a really hard way to go to the final. Yeah, especially against China and France, who were really scary team. But yeah, you did it, and you went on the final. And even if you did not manage to defeat United Kingdom, who were really strong, you still managed to get the second place, and that's really impressive, considering not much people knew most of the people on your team, and you were only 4 members.
Can I say something? We are 3.5. Chusentry only mapped in like the Tic Tac song, and then he disappeared.
Oh no.
Okay, but it was he participated. That's something. But
That's
yeah,
nice.
regardless of the results in the finals, I'm just being able to join Maestro and Lindsay. It's just a wonderful experience.
Very well. Seto, want to say something else?
I would just like to re-emphasize something that Megafan just said now, which is about the unknown mappers. Like, to me at least, being a judge on this tournament was very interesting because I changed my views in a lot of things, like during the tournament, especially with certain mappers, certain countries. Like for example, Argentina. Like I knew Maestro like for quite some time already, but I didn't really see how he mapped. I didn't know the other members of the Argentina team. I used to talk with a lot of like the Scandinavian mappers, but I didn't really got to see many of their maps. So if anything, to me personally, the best part of this tournament was for everyone to see how many great mappers are out there, that they are not popular for I don't know what reason, because their maps are really, really great. So this is good, so people can actually know that they exist out there. So yeah, I would just like to reemphasize the importance of that. Yeah.
So
Very well. Myxo, last thing.
I don't know. I can just say that both teams did an amazing job on this one, and yeah, I was really impressed by the Argentina entries throughout the tournament. So yeah, really good job. That's all I can say.
Pishifat, want to ask something or say something?
Sure. So Megafan, I didn't know who you were until this competition because I guess you don't have any ranked maps aside from
No,
a
I
Taiko
don't.
one.
I have a Taiko map that's nobody plays Taiko. So.
Yeah. So I didn't know who you were, but I think you made a really good map, and I think it's impressive that you can make something really good and not have a name for yourself until this competition.
No,
You made a name for yourself, so
don't
good
give me
job.
the credit. The credit goes for Maestro for being just the best captain we could have asked for. Like the mapping process we had was pretty simple. The first day we experimented with the map and then we shared our ideas for the song. And after that we just mapped the song. And when we didn't feel like mapping, we went to do the heat sounding, and that was the full process. Like for example, in Space Angel, we were struggling with the intro and the outro, but we already had finished the climax part that everyone seems to like. But yeah, that was the process, and yeah, Maestro was is the best mapper of Argentina. Like, what can I say?
Oh, shout outs to Maestro once again.
To Maestro.
Thanks, Megafan, for joining us for the small interview. And
excuse me, just a small thing I want to add.
yeah, sure.
If there's any new mappers in the chat right now listening to me, don't be afraid to ask people for help. Like that's the only advice I can give you guys. Okay, that's all.
Fair. Okay. Well, Seto? I think we have a small things to announce before going for the thanks.
The announcement? Okay.
Yep.
So
I'm counting on you.
Here's the thing, guys. The grand finals is actually a best of 7. Yay! Okay, no, jokes aside. Jokes aside. It's not, guys. Bazinga, it's a prank. But jokes aside, as you see, all these maps are really, really, really great. And the thing is that we are actually going to qualify the winning entries from today. And on the next days, after those maps are ranked, we are gonna qualify the other one.
Yep. Exactly.
So please, captains, don't disappear. We are gonna talk to you in a second. And one more thing I would like to say, Nozhomi, is that like this is just my advice. Okay, you guys don't have to follow it, but personally, I think it would be really, really cool and great if the teams would put those entries for the unranked mappers to submit and get the first ranked map on that entry. Because I don't know, I just think like they deserve that for what they did in this tournament so far. Well, so that's my opinion. You guys submit in whoever you guys want. But yeah.
True. And also, forgot one thing. To show the amazing the final podium, and of course the first, second, and third team will get award badges. You can see now, cute badge, and a few months of supporter, of course. And if I'm not mistaken, it's 8 months for the first place, 6 months for the second, and 4 for the third place. So once again, congratulations to UK for winning, Argentina for the second place, and Brazil for the third one. We're close to the end. So I guess it's time to thanks a lot of people. I don't know if my cute staff is around, like Pashiro Imakuri, because I guess they want to say some stuff too. But if they are not, it's fine.
Yeah, they're not on the voice chat yet.
Ah, that's rude.
They left.
Yeah. This is so sad. But well, I will start to thank my cute cast crew, Myxo, Seto, and pishifat for joining me for the grand final.
Thanks
You're
for
welcome.
having us.
Yeah, thanks for having us. It's great. Fun stream.
I will thank, of course, the previous casters were Okoratu, Yoke Spy, and Obes too, were a great addition for the cast. Thanks to them for joining us on the previous streams. I'm sure I will forget people. That's really sad. I will thank every contestant who joined the contest. You were amazing, and it was a long 5 months for the team who went until finals. It was really long, and really who did a great job until the end. You did some amazing maps, so really thanks everyone who participated. Thanks all our judges, of course, because we could have not done the contest without the judge. Yusei Aika, Seto, Kousuke, Stack, Yaspo, Electros, Myxo, and Sonic, of course. I'm sure I will forget people. I will thank, of course, our cute staff who worked really hard for the entire of the contest. Mafu, Milan, Pashiru, Imakuri, and Chaos for the song picks. And of course, thanks everyone who watched the stream. You were a lot today for the grand final. Really thanks for the support. We will do, of course, our best to improve the contest for, I hope, next year, because it was a 6 months run, so we won't do a next one really now. We will done some cooldown, because yeah, it was really rough. And I think Devious Panda wanted to join the stream before we go. Is there not? It was after, okay.
Stream, yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. Well, I guess it's over. Thanks everyone, and enjoy your night. Congrats again for UK for winning, and see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
As far as the eye can see, a plague on the surface, a disgusting swarm in the skies. With a crash of thunder, a new demon appears. Unfurling its rotten wings, it lets out a petrifying scream.